Hello and welcome back to Mordheim, City of the Damned, where we're looking at a new Battle of Behemoths warband. This time it's the Cult, brought to you by Jaeckel. And I will butcher this. Krovavia Secha. Secha? Krovavaya Secha. I believe he's Russian, Jaeckel. So I did take Russian in college. I've forgotten everything. Anyway, another very strong cult warband. He's a known cult player, as is Crowley, even though he's playing Mercs. Slavier, myself, we're all kind of cult guys, so he just recently had Doomweavers in the previous tournament, and they were some tanky little fellas, so, it looks like he enjoys them. Who doesn't? So he's got two here. Marauder and a Mutant. I'm so sad no one has Possessed. They hit like trucks. I really would have loved... Okay, Rudolbert does have one. But you could have had like two super buff HP damage dealing Possessed and a Cult Spawn. I think that would have been a really cool warband too. Just pure meat and damage. Anyway, you've seen that for me if you've seen my other videos, so it's cool to see other builds. So we will check out this purple team, starting with Chernomore, the only leader. You probably don't need more than one, with the Magister and the Cult, so appears to be a pure melee build. I believe Slavers was an archer. I can't remember Rudolbert's, but we'll check him out. He's got Mastery Order, Mastery Exhaustion, Mastery Insult, Web of Steel, Retreat, that's the free skill. Many have taken that. And then, of course, Changed Blood Sacrifice, which encourages melee, making him more like a matriarch, which is kind of how he should have always been. So it's a good change in the mod. Battle Tongue Mastery to go with the order. Arcane Study. This is actually pretty cheap, and it does open... There's a lot of good spells now. I believe it's free, and then the next one only costs 2 skill points, so it's really cool. Mastery Knowledge of Mordheim, and then Veteran. Maybe to unlock some of these things. It's free anyway as well, the basic. What did he get with this study? He got Weapons of Destruction Mastery, Veil of Corruption, really helps with melee resistance builds. This is pretty much the same as my Skaven one we've talked about a bit. So it's just kind of like the cult version. Acid Breath, we've seen Slavier take this and use it already. Boon of Chaos, which is really lovely. It also goes with the other Curse of Chaos, I believe, which does the opposite, but to the enemy. Reduces it. So this is the boon to give yourself really good stats. You can stack it. Everyone can have like max stats. And if you in combat, it's just one red pill. If you're in a Doomweaver's Idol of Change, it's free till you explode. And then Vision of Torment. This is something basically everyone takes with that free skill point. It's no one ever uses it, but you could in theory like stun a big group. In theory, because it's a coin flip to even get it, and then people have stun checks. But yeah, it's cheaper, and if you're in an idle, I could see mastering it and just spamming it a bit. I tried that in the mod. So it looks like a melee, semi-tanky order leader, the Magister here. And let's continue the hybrids, the hybrid mages, with oh geez, man. Provocatel. Jesus. That's too many R's. He's got the Ritual of Scorn. Boy, I don't even remember what increased melee critical hit chance of allies for 3 turns, but reduces his own. Cool. You never really see that, but it's a good way to buff critical chance for an AoE. What's it cost? 2 blue pills. He's got Mastery Exhaustion, so he'll be running around anyway. Quick Casting to make the next spell cheaper. You'll see this a lot. I think some of them have been taking this. And then Wild Casting if you want to blow up. Plus it makes it easier casting chance. Basic Insult. Knowledge of Mordheim Basic. He starts with Favored, of course. Improved Casting to bypass your opponent. The free Arcane Study And yeah, he had to pay for force of will to try to get his stun resistance up. Makes you wonder. Yeah, he can't swap out for true grit and get to 100%. He's going to take the basic boon of ruin you start with, burning blood, idol of blood for healing, idol of lust, interesting. When receiving damage, enemies near the totem, Jaeckel increases raw impact, increases stun and critical resistance. So the thing he wants is criticals. So he wants to crit his opponents. So that's what I believe that's probably for. And then the idol of change to make everything cheaper. With the wild casting, or what was it, quick casting, get down an idol. You can see where he could just spam out an insane amount of burning blood. Next we're going to have Jaeckel, Cartos. Jesus, man, I don't know. Jaeckel. I don't think we really looked at his stats as much. Weapon skill. He's not totally a melee resistance build. Obviously, he doesn't have many of the skills, but yeah, just kind of a caster tank. You should kind of die quickly if you get on him, though. Here's the other one. He's got Ritual of Defiance. Increases range resistance for 3 turns. Interesting. Reduces their movement. So it's a group buff. You can do this turn 1. Very cool. Very cool. It's cool to see these skills used. Mastery Exhaustion. Quick casting again. Wild casting again. And then the free Swift Jump. Of course, favorite he has. Knowledge of Mordheim Mastery for this one. Improved casting to bypass your resistance. Daub of Hatred to do more damage. And free spell points. What is the actual skill? Study. Boon of Ruin again. Burning Blood again. Idol of Blood. So you can put down 2 Idol of Bloods. Interesting. The big thing is, you know, you can only put it once, but if you have 2 guys with it and the combat moves to a new location, he'll be able to drop another one right down. Idol of Lust to stack, I believe? I don't know if they stack. And Idol of Change Mastery, so each one of these was different. I guess they stack. Idol of Change doesn't stack. I don't know about Idol of Lust, though. It might. I expect to see a crit build here soon. It could be this ugly beast. I don't know. He probably wanted them at a certain initiative, and then leadership really doesn't matter. So I guess we don't have to worry about this too much. He probably wanted them at that 67 though. See 66, 68, yeah. You could see he wanted a nice tight window. And then the archer, a lot of people like go first fast. So that's probably why I didn't spend the skill points. Totally understandable. But this is, geez, man. Chudovincia Zveryuga. Who knows what this means? Let's look at his mutations. He's got Claw Foot. Movement was nerfed in the Paramod for these guys. Smasher and Crusher. So critical hit, critical hit. So here's your crit beast. 40% right out the gate. Holy shit. Look at that paw. Like, large impressives are at 50. So we've got basic sidestep, mastery sidestep, mastery exhaustion, blood offering, mastery, daredevil basic, adrenaline rush basic, terror he starts with, chaotic advantage. This is the new skill that's pretty damn strong for them. To get red pills back when you enter a stance, veteran mastery, Zinch warding, and then fatality basic. So it's funny, he hasn't overly invested in crit skills though. Yeah. So I don't know what I'm going to say. I mean, like, you'd expect to see maybe mastered fatality. Blood offering does though too. I don't know. He's going to be dangerous enough. You don't see vital strike, but that's really tough on an impressive, where the advantage is they get to attack over and over for 2 red pills. So I don't know what else he could have really taken. It's going to be 45, plus once you get that up, you're at 55, plus that other guy's. Plus you get the boons from your leader, though his accuracy is already pretty high. But yeah, he's going to have this dangerous level of crit behind him, on top of just really doing good damage too. So again, another low HP spawn. I think all three of them are around this neighborhood. So if you can like focus them down, you really neuter them. So anyway, let's move on to the Marauder, Barmally. 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 I don't know. My dog's name is Barley. That's what it keeps looking like to me. The Hero Marauder. Cool. Let's look at his mutation. Slicer, hit chance, Clawfoot to run around, and Demon Soul. Probably for magic resistance. He's immune to all alone anyway, I believe. So looks like kind of like a tank, an off tank. He's got Overpower Mastery, especially with the Slicer. You know, that's a pretty good combo. And Insult, he's ending up positive hit chance with Overpower. If you combine Insult with the Slicer, that's what, 18%? Actually, 22%. Yeah. So 12 for the Slicer, 10 for that. So if you take it takes away that automatically. Web of Steel basic, Jaw Strike basic, Lure basic, the old Lure. Norse Charge, of course, been buffed. Veteran Mastery, been very popular in this tournament. Resilience, probably because it's cheap. Resilient basic, 6 cents. This was probably only two skill points. And then Zeech Warding Mastery. Is that a bug again? So if you look over here, I think it's a bug. It's supposed to be 20/40. This gives 20. Well, maybe it's because it's cheaper to master. I don't know what he's doing here. I'd figured it'd be worth 40. Maybe because it's cheaper to master is the theory. I don't know. That one doesn't make a lot of sense. Whatever. Siege Mastery. So it only costs 4 skill points to master. Gives him good magic resistance. He probably doesn't even have an amulet on. Yeah, so you could get some pretty good magic resistance. And tank and knock things unconscious. Now, if you remember, things that are stunned have a 20% greater critical hit chance against them. So that's all part of the theme, I imagine, that this warband's doing. And then we have Zolovoy Razboynik. I believe this is our 3rd mutant archer. Each warband has taken a mutant archer. Very powerful little critters. Clawfoot, featureless face for scouting, and the eye for initiative and crit resistance. Pretty good skills for an archer. You got Nerve Shot Mastery, Headshot Mastery, again to go with the Overpower. Exhaustion Mastery. Now that Shadow's Lord Touch. I'm kind of sad no one made a crit archer. They make really good crit archers. Everyone's making them kind of stun or like support archers. But once you pick up a stone, man, I can crit the shit out of everything. Quick Reload, Knowledge of Mordheim basic, and Veteran basic. Yeah, no magics to show for him. He's just going to break your stance or just stun you or shoot you a bunch. Though he doesn't have Adrenaline Rush. Kind of surprising. You wouldn't want that 5th ranged attack. Or you could do 2 headshots and then another ranged attack. So let's see how much play he gets. So that is his warband, the, what was it again? Krovavaya Sesha, our 3rd cult warband. So it's the most popular warband choice. Dressed in purple. So we'll see. Watch out for getting crit and another no horns spawn. Interesting. That's how Slavers was terrifying. Anyway, welcome back, Jaeckel. Happy to have you. Glad you're feeling better, and we'll see you out there on the mean streets of Mordheim.